Blessings everyone, I'm LunarLightPriestess and I'm back with another video. Today I wanted to come on camera. I pretty much recorded two separate videos and I'm just going to put those away because they are too ADHD for what I'm trying to create today. I want something more grounded. So if you saw the video that I recorded probably, I think yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. It was just a part 2 to this first video that I put out called I Can Sing ? And that was cool, but I noticed a pattern of me coming on YouTube is I frequently upload when I have less than 10% battery, and I have to rush everything. I have to rush the way I'm talking about things. I can't get into any kind of good subjects really in depth because I'm rushing. That's no way to do videos. So I had to delete some stuff from my phone. Now I have a good amount of time to talk about this. And for once I have the time until I don't. See, now I hear chaos commencing upstairs. So I hope I have the time. To finally put out like a well-deserved sit-down video. I Can Sing ? Tell the story about it. Yes, so I will begin. When I was a child, I used to sing a lot. I would say probably since I was like maybe 5 years old, I had memories of me singing because I was given this book literally called Somewhere Over the Rainbow. I used to watch The Wizard of Oz a lot. So that was the first song that I ever learned. And yeah, if you hear stuff upstairs, it's like, I don't know what's going on up there. So yeah, I used to sing that song a lot, and I would sing to my mama, and I would be like, hey, you think I could sing? Like, I got the talent? And she was like, you have melody, but I don't think you could sing yet. I was like, all right, cool, whatever. I didn't believe in me anyways. So I had no self-esteem. And then I would go over to like my father's side of the family and start singing, like humming to myself, and they would hear me. They'll be like, what? Can you sing that for us? Like higher, like with power? And I'll be like, okay, I guess. And so they would put me on the spot and they'd be like, wow, she could sing so beautiful. And I was like, what? Really? You think so? Me? Cool. Like, I thought I had no talent this whole time. So that surprised me, like, they really think I could sing? Okay, cool. That's nice. I didn't know that. I wasn't aware of that. And so, fast forward, I guess it's like my journey with music too. I would listen to Britney Spears and wanted to be an opera singer. Like, what the heck? Those don't go together. And then I never really found music on the radio and stuff. Like, I grew up in the Bronx, so I never found stuff that resonated with me. It was like, what was back in my days? We had songs from T-Pain, Lloyd. I don't know if you know who that is. A lot of Lil Wayne. There was no Drake yet, but just that kind of music, like that, or my mom's R&B that she would play, or Spanish music. And so I never really found music that resonated with me, that fit my emo soul, until my cool uncle, one day he shows me Numb by Linkin Park. And he said, I think you would like this. I think this is where you need to be. And I was like, okay, yeah, let's try it. And that was when Mr. Bennington was still alive, R.I.P. in peace, because he was such a cool guy, man. So I fell in love with Linkin Park, and then from there, everything I listened to was just like alternative. Panic at the Disco, Fall Out Boy, Tokyo Hotel. If you know who that is, I'm surprised, because most people didn't know who the heck that was. And so I'm not going to talk about that, but I was obsessed. And even my style changed, and I was just growing into who I was meant to be in this life. And So I can't say I was the most confident because I was a growing preteen now, like 12, 13, 14. And sorry, this does weird things. Okay, we're good. So then I think I went to high school, and I really just kept my singing ability to myself. I tried to go at some point around high school for this audition for this singing school. I don't even remember which one it was. It could have been LaGuardia because we're in New York. So I have no idea. And so I tried out both times, 2 times, 2 years in a row. And they were like, "You're great. We're just going to check on your attendance. We'll get back to you." And I was like, well, I'm not getting in there because my attendance was not that great. Like, I would cut school and stuff. So I was like, yeah, it's not happening. My parents were really mad. Really mad. I get it. They were like, "Oh, this could have been good for you," and they lost their barnacles. They lost their barnacles because they were like, "There's no reason that you miss this opportunity. Who knows what could have happened?" And so, every time something doesn't happen in your favor, like something that you are wanting and asking for, sometimes that ends up being like a divine redirection for you. And so I wasn't sure why I didn't do better, but also you never know. You never know the reason. What? The reason? Bruh, what? The reason why I didn't get into that school. Like, I don't know. I wasn't really feeling it so much anyways. It was more my parents wanted me to pursue something like that because they were like, it just makes sense for you. Like, we know how good you are. Okay. Thank you. I did not have faith in myself still, even then. So then fast forward, I'm in high school and talent shows are coming up for school, and I don't know, something inside of me always wanted to express that singing ability, share it with others. Because I was like, why do I have the ability to sing if I'm not like not showing it off, but sharing that gift? Like, why am I not singing to people or like pursuing a career in singing? So the reason why I didn't decide to really pursue a career in singing, that's gonna be a whole separate video that I can explain. That's a long one. That's gonna be a long one. And I'm already long-winded, and I know it's gonna be a long story. So yeah, we're not gonna talk about that. No, not today. No. So yeah, so I would audition for school talent shows, and I think I did it like 2 years in a row or 3 or something, and each time, well, I think the first 2 times something happened to the microphone. And I think I don't remember which parent of mine put it on YouTube actually. So it is technically out there. Even though I wish it weren't. I wish it was deleted. It's embarrassing to me. And the microphone messed up the very first video that was put on the internet. And so you see me getting a little upset on stage because this is my 3 minutes of fame in front of my school, and my microphone messes up conveniently. So I was like, bro, you can't make this up. I think the next year I do it again. Same thing. I do have a video of that. I don't know if I'll ever post it here, but the microphone messed up again. Just me, just my songs, just my songs work for everybody else, but me, it gets to me and it messes up again. And I wasn't doing anything special. I'm just like, forgive me, this is my juice. But I was like, and as soon as I start going, why even bother singing? Frustrating. Then the last year, because I think the first year I was in high school, so I didn't do it all 4 years, the talent show. The first year I got to high school, I had no faith in myself. I was like, I'm not doing no talent show. And then the last 3 years, that's when I did it. So the last year, when I was like a senior, I decided to show up and sweet Jesus, do that talent show. And it was really good. And the microphone didn't mess up. And they were like, Akira, you so nice, we gonna let you do 2 songs. And I did one in English and one in Spanish. So I sung a song in Spanish, I think second, like the last song I sang was in Spanish before I got off that stage. And they were like, and I was confused because when I finished I was like, why didn't nobody really like clap? And I heard in the little bit of audience there was for my school that they were like, why didn't she just sing a song for real? Like, I don't understand why she had to lip sync. That's stupid. I sang for real. I did not lip sync. I sang in Spanish with my real voice. So nobody believed that it was me singing. I truly did sing with my own voice. And so I sit down when I'm done, and I was like a little bummed about it. And I had my crazy boyfriend at the time. He was like hyping me up to everybody. He's like, yeah, she could sing amazing. That's my girlfriend. Like, wow, she sings so good. And I was like, all right, calm down. We don't need to tell everybody. I'm okay with being disappointed right now because nobody believed that I did that. But I sure did. And then I'm pausing because I hear chaos commencing. Hold on. Sorry about that. So as you can see, I'm in a new place, the usual place where I'm downstairs, and there's no natural lighting for my features. But it's good because I have chapstick down here and I desperately needed that. So hopefully I'm not interrupted while I'm finishing up this video. We'll see. Probably not. I probably will still get interrupted. I don't know. If so, then that's just the way the cookie crumbles. So where was I? Yeah, so I did the talent show 3 years in a row for my school. Last time I was kind of bummed because nobody believed that I sang the song. They thought I was lip syncing. I was like, no, that's my voice. But I wasn't looking to prove it to anybody. I didn't care. I was like, I know I sang the song. It is what it is. It's not cold down here, yo. Dang, I don't like that. So I'm gonna just tuck in like this. Like, it's really cold. I don't like that. I don't have a t-shirt under either. I'm just like rubbing myself. No AO, because it's cold down here. So, getting comfortable. Yeah, so I did the talent show, and amidst those high school years, when I was about 15, 16, I ended up doing, trying out for American Idol 2 years in a row also. I don't know what the thing is with 2. I'm noticing right now. 2 years in a row, the microphone messes up. 2 years in a row, I auditioned for the music school. 2 years in a row, I auditioned for American Idol. And they went almost good. All of them. So the first year that I auditioned for American Idol, I ended up having to go to Boston. And I didn't expect to even pass the audition. Because at that time, it was a long time ago now. I would say over 10... How old am I? Yes, over 10 years ago. That I auditioned for this, and I had an iPad, and I was using my iPad, and I tried out on my iPad, and I got through. They were like, yeah, bro, you're on the next round. That's my boiler or whatever. It makes hauntingly loud fire noises as it warms our house because we live in an icebox. So no, that's not a ghost. I thought so too. So anyway, I didn't think I would get through the next round, and I did. So we had to go to Boston, and that is not that close to New York, but it was the closest place near us for that audition. And I will say I got as far as what they show on TV. I'm sure I'll do a video for each American Idol tryout, just to talk about my experience, like more in depth for people that do want to have more details. But pretty much what they show you on TV, that's what I got up to. And it's not as easy as it looks because you're doing several rounds before that. I will share. And so we were there a few days, and I wasn't into the TV thing, but that's the point of making the show, is TV entertainment. And they really wanted me to come as a complete full package, but my self-esteem wasn't great. I wasn't confident yet. This is seriously the most confident I've ever been in my life, which says a lot because I don't think I'm that good yet. I don't think my confidence is where I would like for it to be, even now. But it is what it is. And so this one here is bothering me. Every time I sit in front of this camera, I feel like I look dirty. Maybe I do. It is what it is. Maybe I'm tweaking. I look fine. I don't know. Maybe I'm just overthinking it. Yeah. I do that too. So yeah. So American Idol, I got as far as what they show you on TV. And so in that round, that season, the judges were J-Lo, Harry Connick Jr., and Keith Urban. And what I will share is I got on there like, hi guys, I'm gonna sing a song. And then I roared like a lion and I sang my song, and I come back and I'm just like, go ahead, judge me. And I don't think Keith Urban said a single word to me. The whole thing. I didn't speak to him at all. He just kind of looked at me the whole time, in silence. He was probably tired. I don't know. But Harry Connick Jr., and who I never even heard of before, honestly, but he's like a big jazzy deal in that world of music, and so it's cool to meet him. So him and J-Lo, they really gave me the most advice, and they said I was good, but they ultimately passed on me because they said I needed a lot of work with everything else that didn't have to do with the talent part. So I noticed that American Idol wants you to come in as a full complete package, like ready to go, sellable, like let's sell this person, let's put them out everywhere, let's get records going and stuff. I didn't have that presence. I didn't have any stage presence. Hold on, I feel chaos coming. Nah, I'm alright. For a second. It's my grandmother. She be like stalking me. I can't do nothing in this house. I still hear her. Just waiting for her to leave. I don't know if you can hear that, honestly. So we're good. One more time. Let's restart. Let's restart it. I'm still cold, bro. So yeah, they want you to have stage presence. They want you to have confidence. They want you to walk in the room and people go, wow, who's that? You know, they want you to have that star quality. I didn't have stage presence or confidence. I had low self-esteem. I did not yet believe in myself the way I do now. But I don't consider myself a performer at all. I never did. I'm just a singer. And I consider myself an artist. I'm an introvert. I don't know how many times I've said that on my channel, but I don't like the attention. I don't like to be looked at. You know, somebody puts me on the spot. I'm like, oh, well, this is uncomfortable for me, which is an oxymoron because here I am doing YouTube videos for the whole world, being seen by everybody who wants to watch, but I have my reasons for that too. So, ooh, look, you can see my face. Wow. Amazing. So, yeah, I do that audition. They tell me no. I'm a little bummed. We head back home. My mom's like, that was a waste. But wait till you hear the story, because I'm glad that experience happened. And I can go more in depth with it, but I really thought it was a positive thing. All the advice and people that we met, and it goes a little bit deeper when I do this video for you guys. But I was happy to have that first audition. That meant a lot to me. Always stuck with me. It's something I'll never forget. And so I do. Hold on, I'm itchy. So I do my second season, and it was very short. That one, I'm like, man, we wasted our time. Let's go home. That one, I agree with my mom, because I'm sure she was saying that right there. So I worked on my confidence that next year. So if I'm like 15, 16 the first year, I'm like 17, 16, 17 the next year. I don't know, man. I'm not good with numbers or dates. I really got to research this stuff to pull up the facts for you guys. I feel like I was 16 the first year and 17 the next year. And so we pull up, and I think this one was in New York or something. It was just closer. I don't remember being that far. And so I auditioned. Hold on. I was rude, right? Damn. So I auditioned the second time, and my mom's like, oh, you got it. You worked on your confidence this year, blah, blah, blah. There's no way they're not going to accept you. And I got through the regular pre-rounds before they show you on TV, because remember, there's a lot of rounds before they put you where people are seeing you on television, you know? So I met with one of the directors, and he was a British guy. No, he was not Simon. The Simon. He was not Simon. He was just a British guy. And I don't know, he did behind the scenes stuff. I think he was like a producer, director, or something like that. Somebody nobody would ever see. Graced the screens of our television. And so I auditioned for him, and it was probably like 2 rounds in. And really the goal is to get to that room where they show everybody those first 5 minutes in front of the judges. There's a few levels before that, you know? And so I do my thing. I sing like I think it was an Amy Winehouse song back then. And I do my thing, and I'm confident or whatever, and I'm feeling cute, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get it. No, I did not get it. He goes in his British accent, that was quite good, I will admit, but your performance was very boring. You are gonna put me to sleep if I'm watching you on my television. You don't have any energy? And I was like, energy, yeah, I have that, yeah. I could get energy, I don't see it. I'm gonna be honest with you, I can't picture it. You're just a ball. You're very good, but you need more energy. I can't do it. And that was it. He sent me home, that's it. And my mom was not happy. She was not happy. That's my PG way of saying it. But she was boiling, steaming. She blew up like a volcano. She was so mad. And I was like, hey man, it is what it is. He is right. Like I don't have energy. I don't really have stage presence yet. I don't know where you get that. And the whole time I'm thinking, like, if I get on to American Idol, like, you know how they showed like the judges working with them a little bit. They're doing like singing lessons and stuff before the songs start. I'm like, yeah, they're working on their skills. They're developing their confidence. They're working on their stage presence. I don't know if it works that way, but I do know that the expectation was to come a full package, fully prepared. You gotta learn that. Like, that's not something that they intend to teach you. Maybe they'll tune you up here and there, but I don't think I don't think that's their goal. So I left, and I heard people say like, oh, you should audition for The Voice. And by then I was like, I don't care anymore. Like I'm kind of disillusioned. I've seen enough. Even with just 2 auditions, like I'm good. I'm not for TV. In my opinion, I don't think I'm for TV. I think I have an entertaining personality. I'm funny and stuff, but I don't want to be on television. That's not my jam. Because the thing with television is you have to fake it. You have to force yourself into scenarios you're not really comfortable with. And I don't like being put on the spot to make somebody laugh because I rehearse my lines for it. And everything is forced. You know, I like a genuine interaction. I like to be able to make a video and whatever comes out and it looks however it does because it's how I naturally am. I'm not trying. It's just how I am. So yeah, that was my singing experience. I guess what I'm gonna share now is that I do finally intend to make singing content. I've sang for like homies in high school and just all my life here and there, you know. I don't do it for free though, you know. Like I've worked at a job and somebody blows up my spot. Like maybe I told them in passing like, hey, I have singing ability. Like they say I could dance and I go, yeah, I could sing. And so they'll call me out in front of everybody in the team and they're like, oh, Akira could sing. I heard she know how to sing. We gotta hear her. And I'm like, no, please, I don't want that. I don't like that. And then if I ever get put in the spot, I'm like, that's great. Give me your tips. Give me your tips. I don't do this for free. I don't sing for free. Even my own family, like, I don't do that for free. I need motivation. I need financial motivation. Like, pay my bills. Pay my debt. And they'll do it. Like, they'll be like $5, $2. I accept all donations. That's fine. But I just don't do it for free. I need some motivation. But you know, I do sing because I enjoy it. It's for the love of it. And I do plan on making videos probably here and Patreon and TikTok. I'm not going to give away all my secrets because I do still have plans for them. I'm still trying to work out like what goes where and then execute them. So I'm not going to say too much, but that is the next step to finally release the archives of hidden talents that I've been preserving in Pandora's box for all my life. You know, I really haven't shared it with many people, and it's gonna be, I think, really fun to have that kind of release for myself because music is so important to me. And I'm also an empath, so when I hear a song that I really like, I'm really feeling that song, and I'm there, and I made that song at that point, you know, and I'm feeling all the emotions, and I'm like, yeah, boy, that's my stuff. That's my stuff. So, to be continued. There is definitely gonna be more on the way, and I'm so happy if you made it to the end and you sat through all my what do you call it? What am I? All my ADHD banter, all my long-windedness. If you sat here, you watched the whole video, like you really a real one. You a G. So thank you so much. I'm glad there's no part 1, part 2, part 3 anymore because I'm gonna take the other 2 down. Even though they were swell, they work for a moment. It's just not. It's not good enough, my buddy. And then I could do I'm trying to get this moisture. I have devil's lettuce lips, and every lip balm I try does not work for me, if you know what I mean. You know what devil's lettuce means? Yeah, bro, I'm constantly dehydrated. So, what were we talking about? I really forgot. I don't know, but let's just say I have plans for the music thing. I feel music, it's gonna be awesome. Music gives me like a way to release emotions, and I love doing it just for the fun of it. You know, I don't have to be Beyonce, like strutting. Dang, I almost knocked that down. That's how you know I'm not a performer. I don't have to be strutting in my heels and being like, girls, listen up. I'm gonna tell you this. Like, I'm not a performer. I'm not. But I do just like to sing for the fun of it, for the enjoyment of it, because it's just a love of mine. So I'm gonna premiere that whenever the time is right, hopefully sooner than later. And I'm so glad if you sat through the whole video. I said that already. Yeah, I did. I said that already. Yeah, I forgot I said that. But thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. I think I was saying the next part 1 and 2 that I'll do is for the American Idol experiences, more in depth. But really, just that first one, that's the one I want to do a video on, because that one was more it just meant more to me. The second one, I basically told you the whole story. There wasn't much to it. But yeah, thank you so much, and stay tuned for my next, whatever you call this, my next did I really lose the word? My next, holy moly, my next video. Bye.